March 2026, Wash by City Clap R would provide professional car wash and detailing services designed to keep your vehicle looking spotless and well maintained right in the heart of town. While our expert team takes care of your car, you can relax in our luxury air-conditioned lounge with free Wi-Fi or enjoy great meals and refreshing drinks at our cafe and grill spot. Wash by City Clap R is more than a car wash. It is a comfortable experience while your vehicle gets the attention it deserves. Visit us today at Galaxy Mall Kaduna, or you can call or WhatsApp on 0916 101 0232 for bookings and inquiries. Check us out on at Wash by City Clap R across all social media platforms, or visit www.washbycityclapr.com. Wash by City Clap R, where your car gets to shine while you enjoy the time.
Oh yeah, now time to run your money correct. Download Bill Station for iPhone and Android, no dolly, or waka go to billstation.com sharp. Bills, transfer, everything dey one place. Bill Station, money no go stress you again.
My friend, time na money.
Akwai wani abu da ke sanya kyakkyawan farin ciki tsakanin yara da manya a kowane yanayi. Kun san menene?
Baby Mix shine walwalar yara da manya a duk inda suke, ko gida ko waje.
Baby Mix shine gangariyar lemo mai ɗanɗanon ƙwarai da sauƙin haɗawa. Yara su yi walwala, manya su samu ƙarin watsakewa. Yayin da kowa ke nema a daɗo masa, domin da fakiti ɗaya kacal na Baby Mix ana samun lita 2 na lemo mai daɗi da ingancin gaske.
Sai ku ƙara rayuwa armashi a kullum da Baby Mix mai nau'ikan ɗanɗano daban-daban.
Baby Mix akwai na mangwaro, kola, zoɓo, orange, abarba da kwakwa, berries, strawberry da fasa dabur. Kuma kowane sachet ɗaya zai samar da lita 2 na lemo domin gamsar da kowa.
Baby Mix na samuwa a kantina da shaguna ko ina kusa da ku.
Sai a kula idan an je siya, ka tabbatar an baka mai alamar NAFDAC domin akwai wanda ba na asali ba.
Alhamdulillah, all thanks is to Allah.
As the Muslim Ummah celebrates this year's Eid al-Fitr, Ambassador Dr. Polycarp Gankong, National Coordinator of the Musawa for Youth Development Initiative, extends warm felicitation to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, National Security Advisor Malam Nuhu Ribadu, and all Muslim government officials in the 3 arms of government. He wishes them a joyous Salah celebration and prays for divine guidance and blessings as they lead the nation. Dr. Gankong also congratulates Governor Ubasani and his deputy, Dr. Hadiza Sabo Balarabe, on this auspicious occasion. Ambassador Dalladi Gankong further extends his heartfelt Eid al-Fitr greetings to the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Alhaji Dr. Saad Abubakar, the Emir of Zazzau, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, and the entire Muslim community on the successful completion of the Ramadan fast and the celebration of Eid al-Fitr. The National Coordinator of the Musawa for Youth Development Initiative calls on Muslim faithful to pray for President Tinubu and other leaders at all levels, seeking continued divine intervention, peace and security in Nigeria. May Allah reward your sacrifices and grant you a peaceful and successful celebration. This Salah message is from Ambassador Dr. Polycarp Dalladi Gankong, National Coordinator, Musawa for Youth Development Initiative.
Alhamdulillah, all thanks is to Allah.
A wannan Ramadan, Sonia Tomato Mix na taya iyalan Najeriya murnar isar wannan lokaci na tsantseni, haɗin kai da ƙaunar juna.
Ramadan ba kawai lokacin azumi kaɗai bane, lokaci ne na kyautatawa, sadaka da haɗuwa domin cin abinci masu gina jiki.
Daga daɗaɗɗen jarmiya zuwa dafa dukan shinkafa, Sonia Tomato Mix na ƙara wa miya ja da ɗanɗano musamman domin morewa a kowane lokacin buɗe baki da sahur. Sonia Tomato Mix ƙarin ƙauna. Ramadan Kareem.
Labaran Ramadan kashi na biyu. A watan nan na Ramadan zuciya ke tsarkaka. Shin 'yan uwa mata masu adawa za su haƙura? Shin 'yar da ta kauce hanya za ta samu yafiya? Shin imanin amarya na iya ceton mijinta? Ɗan kasuwa zai dawo da mu'amala da iyalinsa? Mai faɗakarwa zai zaɓi tsakanin abokansa da ɗaukaka? Bazawara za ta san ƙarfin halima na buƙatar taimako.
Labarai 6 kwanaki 30 imani, iyali, abuta, abinci, yafiya. Labaran Ramadan kashi na biyu. Ku kasance da shirinmu mai nishadantarwa a TV ko ta yanar gizo. A watan nan na Ramadan Magi za ta nishadantar da ku. Ni da Magi mun dace.
Sunana Zakiya. Ni uwa ce, ma'aikaciyar banki ce kuma masaniyar tattalin arziki. Kowane yaro yana buƙatar abubuwa na yau da kullum kamar su abinci, tufafi, kiwon lafiya da makaranta. Amma idan aka haifi yara ba tare da tazara ba kusa da juna, abin kan wahalar da iyaye. Misali, idan ka haifi yara dab da juna, zai zamanto kana ƙoƙarin sayawa wannan kayan makaranta, ga biya wancan kuɗin maganin asibiti, sannan kuma lokacin biyan kuɗin makarantar su duka yana iya zuwa lokaci guda. Amma idan kai tazara tsakanin haihuwa, kana iya tsara kashe kuɗi a hankali da taimakon Ubangiji. Hakan zai baka damar tanadi da kula da kowane yaro yadda ya kamata. Yana sauƙaƙa rayuwa kuma yana amfanar da iyali gaba ɗaya.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa. Ko a kira lambar waya 222 wannan saƙo ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar ƙungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! OneXBet. It's time for bonuses and wins. Download the OneXBet app from Google Play or the App Store and start winning today. At the heart of the game, OneXBet. Bet responsibly. 18+.
Watan azumi lokaci ne da jiki ya fi buƙatar hutu. Wadataccen barci yana mai ƙwarin sassan jiki, yana sabunta kaifin tunani, ka kuma kasance cikin kuzari duk tsawon rana. Ka ba jikinka holewar da ta dace tare da katifar Muka don azumi yayi daɗi. A samu wadataccen barci da Muka don a tashi garau. Muka, lafiyayyen barci, kyakkyawar rayuwa tun 1959.
24 hours round the clock. We gonna drop her inside yeah. As it hot. Invicta 98.9 FM.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the program Spot On. My name is Jacquelyne Adebija, and I'm not here alone. I'm with Ango, Bally. Ango, good evening. We do have our guests too seated.
Good evening, Jackie. Thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure to welcome our guests.
Indeed.
That will soon unveil.
That will soon unveil. Yes. I'll tell you that she's someone that likes to just get into the trenches, work and work and work. And guess what? She works for women. So we'll get to that. A woman working for women and all that we know on this program now about women supporting women. Ango,
So, meaning
I see
today,
your eyes twinkling
today
already.
is going to be an all-women affair.
An all-women affair. It's March yet. And indeed, she herself had a conference where she had women of timber and caliber come together to talk about the way forward as regards the theme for 2026. I'm talking today about a woman. Oh, and by the way, before I introduce my guest, I would like to announce that we're live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. Like I've said, over time, well, not over time, but during the course of this week, I did say, please, we need you to go populate our YouTube page. So to all our loyal listeners, our audience on Facebook, please go on YouTube, look for Invicta Online TV. Go there, drop a comment, like, share. We want to grow that community there too. We appreciate what we have on Facebook and would like for you to help us grow our community on YouTube too. So thank you very much as you do that. Today, the theme of the topic that we're going to be having talks around is a sustainable environment as a path to economic empowerment and political freedom for women. Why did we think about this? Well, you know that March is the month for women, particularly March 8th, yes. We talk about the International Women's Day. But above it all, there are things that have come out time and again about the lack of representation at certain levels, particularly decision-making levels for women. And every time we manage to distill it down to the fact that women are not economically empowered. We don't have the money, we don't have what it takes economically or financially to place ourselves on those big tables. And how can we get round this problem? This is part of what we're talking about. However, before I introduce my guest, I would like to quickly read out some statistics. Now, key statistics that are drawn from sources like the Agricultural Organization, that's the Food Agricultural Organization, the FAO, the National Bureau of Statistics, the NBS, and the International Labour Organization, the ILO in Nigeria, show us this as fact. In agricultural endeavors, women make up nearly 50% of agricultural labor force in Nigeria. Almost, nearly 50%. And you know that research is not exact. We might even be more than that. However, show women also own only about 5%, 5 to 10% of the land in Nigeria. So when we're talking about women who are farmers, women who do things on the land, we have close to, if not more than 50%. However, when it comes to them owning that land, we just have about 5 to 10% of that number. Furthermore, female farmers receive only 5% of agricultural extension services. And when I talk about agricultural extension services, I'm talking about maybe access to information, training, the telling of modern techniques, having extension workers visit them, or even when it comes to fertilizer distribution. All of that and more is what I'm talking about, that women receive only about 5% of the whole. When you go to business or entrepreneurship, you find out that in Nigeria, we have one of the highest rates of female entrepreneurship in the world. Women own approximately about 41% of micro, small, and medium enterprises, which translates to about 22 million women that are running businesses in Nigeria. However, the vast majority are in the informal sector. We're talking market traders, food vendors, hairdressers. When it comes to the big shots, when we're looking at manufacturing, the industries, big, those big platforms, they're owned by men. Quickly, to just run through, because there's a lot that I have here, over 70% of women entrepreneurs are concentrated in low growth, low income sectors like retail, trade, food services. So once again, we have men dominating in the big sectors. And it goes on and on. I have statistics going even into politics. You know very well that in Nigeria right now, female representation is at its lowest, even compared
statistically 4%.
4%. Even comparing it to 1999 in the National Assembly.
Yes.
Zero. When it comes to state governors, we do not have any female governor in Nigeria. We're talking the whole 36
except
states.
Deputy governors.
Except deputy governors, and they weren't elected. I mean, that was something that came with the terrain.
Since 1999, we've never had an elected female governor, except that of Anambra when the governor was impeached, when Peter Obi was said to be impeached, and then the deputy took over. But after a while, he came back.
Yes. So the numbers are dismal. I mean, it's really, really depressing if you look at it.
And we have had female deputy governors who were later removed.
And then they were later
like
removed.
that of Lagos State.
And even speakers, talking about speakership and all of
for
those
the House
things.
of Reps.
Yes, we do have all these issues, and it boils down for a lot of people. When you talk about the challenges, you talk about the factors, we always manage to bring it down to the facts that women are not economically empowered, properly economically empowered, which is why today I'm really glad to have our guest in the studio talking about Mrs. OLANIKE, OLUGBOJI-DARAMOLA. You're welcome, ma'am. It's great to have you. Now, I'm excited, and I know why I said this. Now, this is a woman who is supporting women, a woman whose whole initiative is about pushing women forward, empowering them, just ensuring that women have their own money. And for me, that's strange, because we on this program have time and again proven, especially with the rabid arguments from people like Ango, that women are our own worst enemies. So, Mrs. OLANIKE OLUGBOJI-DARAMOLA, you're welcome. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here, and I love the fact that you put out all those statistics. Data is everything. When it comes to real intention to push for change. You must have data. You must build on data. So thank you for putting out those data.
We're glad to have you. It's been a while. We've been trying to get her to come into the studios. She's been quite busy, but we're glad you're here this evening. So thank you.
Thank you.
Now, talking about economic empowerment, I'm going to start from the root of it all.
Maybe, Jackie, we recently marked the International Women's Day.
Yes.
Will it be a nice place to start?
Indeed.
With a theme, particularly the theme for Women's Day 2026.
Rights, action, and justice for all women and girls.
Yes.
Indeed.
Can we start with our guest commenting?
But I'm not done with my introduction, Ango.
Exactly.
I forgot to tell the people that she's actually the founding director of an initiative known as the Women's Initiative for Sustainable Environment. The acronym is WISE. She's a wise woman.
Yeah.
She's a wise woman. WISE. Women's Initiative for Sustainable Environment.
Very nice acronym.
Very nice acronym.
Yes.
Indeed. And yes, let's start with WISE and its vision, particularly as regards the theme this year, the theme around rights, justice, and action. It's important that women have all of these things to be able to move out of where we are to where we want to be. Let's talk about how your focus as an initiative dovetails into, having rights, justice, and action for women and all girls, to all women and girls.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me just introduce the organization I founded way back in 2004. So Women Initiative for Sustainable Environment is a grassroots non-profit organization that promotes constructive environmental ideals and practices by empowering people, especially women and young females, to become natural resource stewards, climate actors, and peace builders. And the way we work, we look at 4 key things. Because women are saddled with a lot of responsibilities when it comes to the traditional roles they play in the society, and especially from the home front. We look at economic empowerment, we look at leadership development, we look at peer support, and we look at agency. All this are linked in ways that push the women forward. Because if a woman, you ask a woman, our organization is of course focused on the environment. So how do you tell a woman whose family has not eaten for days, to come and start taking care of the environment, making sure that maybe we go for environmental sanitation and all that? She may not listen. And so when we also looked at all the environmental issues across communities that we serve, we realized that women were at the receiving end of the impacts. If you look at the issue of access to clean cooking energy, is the women who will go, especially in the rural areas, they go source for fuel wood. They face harassment in the process. They can get bitten by wild animals, snakes, scorpions, what have you. But these women will still go all the way just to ensure that there is food on the table. So why would women continue to face extra burden, to play the roles that they want to ordinarily, because they love to care for their families. And so we realized that if we must get the attention of these women, if we must be able to better support these women, we must ensure that they're able to be at the front lines of driving solutions, finding solutions to the very issues that impact on their lives. Because who better should address these issues but the person who is impacted.
Right.
And then we begin to look at leadership, we begin to look at decision making. When you go to communities in the area of water, it's the women that are the water managers in homes. They are the ones who get water and bring to their family. Some of them are ill-informed about the quality of the water. So if the family gets sick, the onus still falls on them. But guess what? When the decision is being taken to put water points, maybe boreholes, wells in the community, nobody is asking the woman, where do you want this well to be? Where should we drill this borehole? Her voice is not there. And so at the end of the day, you find out that the women go to fetch water there. But when the borehole has problem, because their capacity has not been built to fix it. So there's just this circle of, I don't like to call it marginalization, disenfranchisement for women, because they have answers, but they are not given the opportunity. But the strategy that we have been using to advance our work has actually been putting women at the tables. We tell them, if you are not called to the table, the conventional table, the House of Rep, we will build our own tables, and from there, we will prove that we have something to offer. And we've seen it work. Should I go on?
Please
and
do,
give
because
examples?
for me, I was shocked to see that you had, through WISE, grown a huge network, I'm telling you, Ango, of women who have come together in cooperatives like that, and they're doing great things. So I was like surprised, I'm telling you, to no end, that we had someone like you in Kaduna, no less, and we had women under you working together. Please talk some more about that. For me, it's impressive, and I want to actually get somewhere when it comes to this issue about women supporting women. How have you been able to manage to get women to work together to the point where you have?
Okay, thank you. So let me go back to 2004 when I launched out, and when we go to communities, we interact with the women. We want to understand what exactly their needs are, before designing interventions, which means we're also giving them opportunity already to get heard, to lend their voices, to speak out. I remember some years ago, I worked with a consultant even before I launched my organization, and we went to a community that borders a community that is between Kaduna and Katsina. And in that community, because of the traditional norms, the women cannot be with so the women were put somewhere, and then the men were somewhere. And I said, okay, we want to see the women, let them be visible. They may have something to say. They can't just be put somewhere. And I'm telling you that the most important information we left that community with came from a woman. And so what if she had not spoken or been given an extra push to be seen and get heard? And so we have a model where we build the capacity of women, and we like to work with women who can influence other women. So you can be in a group, you are the leader of that group, or you can represent that group, which means whatever training you're getting, whatever knowledge you're getting, whatever information you're getting, whatever seed resources you're getting through us is not staying with you. It has to spread to other women. And it is mandatory that it must spread to other women. So whether you like it or not, you must be willing and open to work with other women. Otherwise, you don't get the support.
Okay, so that's how you've been able to do it. Because looking across that room that day, there were women, women who are known. I mean, they've made a mark.
Leaders of organizations, leaders of associations. Right. I can tell you that in our very, we don't... How do I put it now? But in terms of the numbers of our direct reach, women that we have worked with across Nigeria, we have reached directly over 150,000 women.
Amazing.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Amazing.
And I told you already, we want to ensure that the trainings they get has rippling effects, So at the end of the day, these women have also in turn been able to reach approximately maybe over 2 million women, because some have hundreds of women in their groups, and once a woman in that group gets information about something, she's also able to spread it, and it just keeps going. Like
so we have economic empowerment rippling out from these women leaders.
Yes.
Right. So for a moment, let's set that aside and hear your thoughts about women in Nigeria and economic empowerment, what the dynamic is right now. We know on this program that many times we've heard, the nomination forms, the price of the nomination forms is too much, women cannot afford it. Many times we've heard, women will be giving those forms free. But we know that nothing is really free, even in Freetown, like they love to say.
Jackie, you're referring to the political economy.
The political economy of politics.
Because the economy laid the foundation and gave the enhancement for political participation in the Nigerian politics as it is now. Once we don't have the economic empowerment, you find it difficult to play a role in politics. That's what you're referring to.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I'd like to hear your thoughts about how well do you think this model that you have built, we're talking about from 150 women to about 2 million women getting empowered, 150,000, I beg your pardon, to about 2 million women getting support, information, just being empowered. This model that you're building, is it something that you feel should be replicated to help women? Do you think that with this model, we will get women, vying for positions with their own money? Is it possible?
Yes, it is possible. And I can tell you that it's possible from my own experience and my own personal story and journey. A lot of times people want to, I don't know, maybe I'll say climb the top from the top. I like to use very good examples, like telling women, do you know that Dambo started in a garage? Do you know that
Dambo International School?
Yes,
Right.
Dambo started in a garage. Do you know that Panaf School started
Yes.
in a garage? I've also met a woman from Angwandosa who got separated from her husband. He threw her out, and her elder sister supported her. She started her school just by the dining. She started a crèche in her home. A woman in Port Harcourt that I also know of, after she got separated from her husband, started a crèche under the tree, and today is one of the biggest schools.
Okay, I need to stop you there. Please hold your thought.
Yes.
Don't forget what you were saying. We need to go on a time check, and we'll be right back. If you're just joining us this evening, we have with us in the studio Mrs. OLANIKE OLUGBOJI-DARAMOLA. The program is spot on. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The time is 8 o'clock.
This Sunday, Arsenal and Man City go battle for the Carabao Cup final. No miss am. Stay connected to DSTV or GoTV.
All right, welcome back from that time check there. Still with Mrs. OLANIKE OLUGBOJI-DARAMOLA. She is the founding director of Women Initiative for Sustainable Environment, and she's here with us, with Ango, Bally, and I this evening. Yes, you were saying before you went, we went on that time check, talking about starting small.
Okay, so I mentioned another school in Port Harcourt that started under a tree, and today is one of the biggest schools. So we must start, everything big starts small. For us as an organization, I can tell you that I ran my non-profit organization for 11 years without any external funding. I had to work offering consultancy services. Sometimes I don't even get the money. And anytime I get the money, I'm pumping it right back into the organization.
Right.
I remember people would ask me, you are traveling, you are empowering people, and why are you not using a big phone? But all that is history. Some of the people that asked me that question, then I say it with all humility.
Right.
What I have now, they probably cannot afford. So you don't live for the moment. You don't live for the moment. You have, as you lived for today, you have to have the future in mind. What kind of future do you want for yourself?
Right.
And so I would tell you also of one of the women from our pilot training on energy efficient cook stove. We call that intervention Wise Women's Clean cooking training and entrepreneurship project, launched in 2015 after we came across the World Health Organization statistics in 2013 that stated that Nigeria topped the list of countries where women were dying annually from smoke-related illnesses. It was also estimated that any woman who cooks breakfast, lunch, supper on an open fire is estimated that she has smoked between 22 to 24 packets of cigarettes on that day. We did our many research, and I tell you that research resulted in a support of about 100,000. The 100,000, by the time we got energy efficient cook stoves, started strategically distributing it to women who needed it. It grew to 200,000 because the person who funded that saw what we had done and said, we're sending another extra 100,000. Do whatever you like with it. We put it back, and I tell you that that project has turned into hundreds of millions today. So women can start small. From that pilot training also, we had one of the women who became the highest seller of these energy efficient cook stoves within the training period. And today that woman is one of the major producers of energy efficient cook stoves in Nigeria.
She actually produces now.
She produces now, and she has produced over, as at my last check, over 17,000 energy efficient cook stoves. For any exhibition on clean cooking in Nigeria, she's there. And that was just between, she was from the training in 2017. And today, just about 9 years, she's a multi-millionaire.
That's serious.
And then we have another woman. The women are making their marks in different ways. So let me talk about this. It's not in terms of finances now. We're also talking about decision-making, leadership, politics, and all that.
Right.
One of the women that I went to Kenya with in 2008 for the first African Women and Water Conference, we came back, stepped down that training in our community, and she became the first woman that was incorporated into the village council in her community.
That is huge.
And today she's a chief in her community.
That gives her a voice.
That gives her a voice.
That's representation for women.
Yes. So beyond us making certain demands or having certain expectations, we could build from where we are, and we will eventually, whatever you're building, as it becomes successful, it will become visible. It will become a voice. It will give you a voice. So we must have something to also bring to the table.
So I'm actually, it's thought-provoking what you've said, because I see you talking about from the female perspective, like this is what women need to do. Many times it's more like we've done it all, but we're not being given the opportunity. The men are not, opening up those spaces to us. And there are people who are saying, okay, power is never given. You must take, you must take your place. So for me, it's thought-provoking that you're talking about.
Or you refer to the book of Bola Tinubu, power is not served a la carte. You can just pick it on the table.
You cannot.
You have to struggle.
You must. You must strive to get power.
If it means to grab it, you grab it.
So I'm just going to pick your thoughts on what you think the problem is. What are the challenges to female representation on, major decision tables in Nigeria? Because for us, right here on Spot On, is a concern. We do know that women have the capacity to lead. Women have the capacity for decision making. This is apparent in homes. It's apparent at little levels that women actually have the capacity for critical thinking and to follow through on it and, get to a logical conclusion. However, in Nigeria, because Nigeria is our home, we're concerned about Nigeria, the woman is yet to find representation. And what's more worrying is the fact that it has dwindled from 1999. In 1999, we were complaining about the number of women that we had. Today, there seems to be little or no noise about it, even though we know we have this reserved seats bill that is yet to find its sitting.
Okay. Or maybe let me amplify your question. Currently, the women representation in the National Assembly is 4%. So, and there's the move by PLACA. Is that? Yes, PLACA. This is Policy and Legal Advocacy Center. That 37 extra Senate seats temporary seats should be created across the country, and also 36 seats for the House of Representatives should be created per state, and then three seats for the House of Assembly per state, temporarily to be contested for by the women for 4 election periods, a period of 16 years, after which now it will be left open for the women
for review.
Yeah, to catch up. That's 16 years for election season. So it's to be temporarily. So are you in support of this move?
Do you think it makes sense?
Yes.
So are you saying that these seats will be created just to give women an opportunity?
Yes, temporarily.
Temporarily.
Yes.
And then
for
after
16 for 16 election, I mean,
to see if women can catch
16
up
years election
politically.
Season. That's to lay the foundation. At the moment, women are at a disadvantage. If you talk about the political economy,
I have mixed feelings about that. Like you said something that leadership is not served a la carte or position.
Yeah. Yes.
What was that statement?
Yes, absolutely. That's what you said.
It does not serve a la carte. That is,
so I don't know.
It is not for you to come and pick. You have to struggle and get this.
I don't know where this is coming from, because I don't know if it is a borrowed model from somewhere. Rather than, we talk about stereotyping, we talk about marginalization and all that. I believe in women becoming authors of their own change. I don't know who exactly. Is it the women that are saying that this will work? Who actually designed this?
Yes, the women are advocating for it.
It's actually women advocating.
It's the women that are advocating for this.
Yes, right. And of course, they want the constitution to be amended so that this be incorporated. And for the 6th geopolitical zone, meetings, conferences have been held in Kaduna for the Northwest. It took place here. And of course, a different set of women came in at the Umoru Musa Yar'Adua hall.
Okay.
And yes, the hearing for Northwest took place here.
I like I said, I have mixed feelings, but if I am going to endorse this at all, I don't think we need 16 years to prove that this can work or women can make a difference. Because it's the same thing that we have in the general system. So I just feel that at the end of the day, if you're not able to prove that this can be a working model within 4 years to make sure that this becomes permanent, why
take it all the way to 16 years?
Also thinking about the financial implication for the country and all that. Where is the money going to come from?
Okay, look at it this way. Money play a role in politics, starting from nomination to the general election. That's the secondary election. Now, and women seem to be at a disadvantage. They don't have money. So if you have create district, for example, in Kaduna State, you have only one female in the House of Assembly.
House of Assembly.
And it's like she seems to be the only woman in the whole of Northwest.
Yes.
So if that being the case, now you have 3 additional seats have been created. Now in every state, you are sure of having 3 female House of Assembly members in every state in the whole 36 states. If you calculate 3 times 36, you don't know the number that you have. Now, for the Senate, at least you have 37 senators. You have 37 House of Rep members in the National Assembly. 37 plus 37. And then 3 times 36. It tells you something. So within a period of, let's say, 2 election seasons, for example, from 2007 to to 2031, and from 2031 to 2034 or 35. So it will be able to lay a foundation for the women. Now, if that is discarded, at least they've been able to lay a foundation. Those who have been elected in these seats, at the National Assembly, at the State Assembly, they've been able to empower others, build them, talking about mentoring. They've been able to lay a foundation. When it comes to 2037 or 38, they should be able to build on. Even if these seats are discarded, they can be able to go and compete. So this is the concept.
Well, here's it. Since it's not been tried anywhere, this is a completely new model that we're seeing here. Your guess is as good as mine. However, the question I wanted to go for was to ask you, what are the common threads? What are the things that you've seen in your time in this initiative that give you a clue as to why women are still where we are today as regards, our presence on decision-making
in terms
tables?
of political participation?
Yes.
And
are there things that you've seen that you say, look, since we do this at this level, this is some of the reasons why we might not have been able to get our foot through the door as regards,
and this is taking into consideration that women constitute the larger voting bulk. We have gone to yes. Okay. We have been monitoring election every year. When you go, you see women are the one on the queue.
Yeah.
Queuing to vote. Mm-hmm. You have few men coming to vote and they leave. But the women, they will be there. And you wonder what could be the problem that the women have not been able to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me give you the case of Sarah Jubri.
Mm-hmm.
The case of Sarah Jubri, which I mentioned.
That was in 2011.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
which I mentioned to my husband. I think maybe yesterday. I said, we are talking about women supporting women and all that. Can you imagine that even Sarah Jubri, she must have females in her family, cousins, sisters, and she had only one vote. So what happened to all those other females? It means that we don't even believe in ourselves.
No. She may have had those who are delegates, who are women from her family to participate in the delegate election.
Yeah.
If we are secondary election, of course you can talk about that. But this one was delegate election, and that's why she got one vote. Probably we said other from other parts of the country who are delegates, what happened that they couldn't line behind their own.
Yeah, but the question, I even think the bigger question right now is we've grown. We're looking at something that happened more than, or maybe we've not grown. I mean, feel free to correct me. I want to believe that we have grown from that. But we're talking about an incident that happened like over 3 decades or thereabouts ago. So have we moved on from that? And what are the common threads that are keeping us back?
Exactly. That's one of the things I wanted to point out. And when I was talking about the financial implication, I'm not talking from the woman. We already have reps. What exactly is happening to the funds that are already allocated, in terms of the difference it's making in the community? Are we just adding to the numbers, or we want to see real change on the ground in the lives of people? And why I used that example is even from her own family. To what extent the people support her to lobby, find a way to reach those people, our family members. So it's a whole lot. And when we talk about this thing about women supporting women, I can tell you that quite a number of women have this reservation about maybe supporting other women for very good reasons. If you listen to them, you will understand why. I'm not endorsing it. I'm not encouraging it. I can tell you that recently I started talking to someone in Europe. Mm-hmm. And the idea is, how do we preach true feminism? How do we really get people to understand that this thing about women's empowerment, gender equity is not competition with men. It's not competition between women. It's not competition at all. But it is a call to partnership, which means every woman who sees another woman wanting to vie for political office should see it as something that is for the good of everyone and should be able to support. In that hall, you would have heard somebody say, "Oh, please, Olanike, go for a position, we'll all support you."
Yes, I did hear that.
Why will she say that? Probably because I'm running an initiative that is making impact and it is visible. I've heard women tell me that whoever you vote for is the person we would vote for. We've hosted a rally that had over 2,000 women on the streets demanding climate justice for women. And we had to cut down on the numbers. We had so many women, more women than we could afford. We were to feed everybody. We were to give them transport money. So we had to restrict it to 2,000. And we have our evidence. So why did those women come for the rally? Some of them don't even know me. Outside Kaduna State, there was a year we hosted International Women's Day, and over 125 Muslim women hired a bus and came to Kaduna to attend. These were women who initially, when their leaders started with them, could not even afford their own transport money. And I'm telling you, every one of them paid their transport money to and fro.
Wow.
And some of them would even tell me, it's not like I'm here to blow my trumpet. I'm only telling women that if we're intentional in terms of the impact we want to make, real growth, real transformation happening, for ourselves as women, at the end of the day, we won't have to struggle in terms of now needing to convince women that this woman can do it. So all we need to do, you ask something about scaling up or replicating the model. We can identify successful models of impact, of difference that has moved women from being invisible, lacking voice. Those models, why can't we replicate it and leverage on it even within the political space? To say that there are women who are doing great things. We have women at the top in the banks. Yeah. Why can't we leverage on that? We have women who are already, holding political office, like the Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, the woman you mentioned who is in the State House of Assembly.
You have Okonjo-Iweala at the World Bank.
Yes. And so many other role models and all. Yes. And so one of the things I'm doing right now is building a movement across borders. Working with someone in Europe, we want to establish a platform where we come and discuss this. What is true feminism? Is it for us to think that, the men have it all, women don't have it, so we must fight for it and all that? It's not competition. It's called to partnership. And how can we partner? When we have something that is visible, that can make a difference, that people can leverage on.
Yes, you have scratched a part of my thinking. Now, talking about mentorship, even in terms of politics, business-wise. For example, these people that we have mentioned, Okonjo-Iweala, Dr. Okonjo-Iweala was a minister and coordinated minister. Yes, we've had ministers from Kaduna State who, Mrs. Shamsuddin was the minister. Was Minister of Finance during Buhari time for 8 years. You've had the Deputy Governor who have been there in that saddle for 8 years. You have other Deputy Governors at the state level. If these women pick one or two female politicians and mentor them, of course they can be in the House of Assembly. We can't be having one House of Assembly female in Kaduna State, or for the whole northwest, for example. So if Okonjo-Iweala, for example, pick at least, let's say, as you pick 4 women to mentor them to be senators. Pick mentor them to be House of Rep members. She has the power, she has the capacity. She can do that. You have women who are chief executive officers for bank. For example, is it Access Bank? Is it Zenith Bank? Many of them, if they have the interest of bringing women out, business-wise, political-wise, in fact, women can go a lot of places.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Yeah. For the women.
It is, and we will.
And lay back for mothers to
I
fall
told
for
you when
men.
it comes to challenging women, he's number one. But when we could get back from this break, I would like to ask you about mentorship, what you think the challenges are. Why do we, women, particularly women who have reached a certain level, why do we find it difficult to mentor, really? Because this is something...
And Jackie at the United Nations.
Yeah.
She was here, started with Goodluck Jonathan to President Muhammadu Buhari, and now at the UN.
Yeah.
What have they done in mentoring other women?
Yeah. Indeed.
Their capacity.
It's a question I would love to hear your answer to. But let's go on this commercial break, and when we get back, we'll talk some more before we open up the phone lines. You've been listening to Mrs. OLANIKE OLUGBOJI-DARAMOLA, founding director of WISE, which stands for Women Initiative for Sustainable Environment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
24 hours round the clock. We do the drop inside here. As it is hot. Invicta 98.9 FM.
Labaran Ramadan kashi na biyu. A watan nan na Ramadan zuciya ke tsarkaka. Shin 'yan uwa mata masu adawa za su haƙura? Shin 'yar da ta kauce hanya za ta samu yafiya? Shin imanin amarya na iya ceton mijinta? Ɗan kasuwa zai dawo da mu'amala da iyalinsa? Mai faɗakarwa zai zaɓi tsakanin abokansa da ɗaukaka? Bazawara za ta san ƙarfin halima na buƙatar taimako.
Labarai 6 kwanaki 30 imani, iyali, abuta, abinci, yafiya. Labaran Ramadan kashi na 2. Ku kasance da shirinmu mai nishadantarwa a TV ko ta yanar gizo. A watan nan na Ramadan, Magi za ta nishadantar da ku. Ni da Magi mun dace.
A wannan Ramadan, Sonia Tomato Mix na taya iyalan Najeriya murnar isar wannan lokaci na tsantseni, haɗin kai da ƙaunar juna.
Ramadan ba kawai lokacin azumi kaɗai ba ne, lokaci ne na kyautatawa, sadaka da haɗuwa domin cin abinci masu gina jiki.
Daga daɗaɗan jarmiya zuwa dafa dukan shinkafa, Sonia Tomato Mix na ƙara wa miya ja da ɗanɗano musamman domin morewa a kowane lokacin buɗe baki da sahur. Sonia Tomato Mix, ƙarin ƙauna. Ramadan Kareem.
A wannan wata ne albarka na Ramadan muna farawa da imani da zuciyar kyauta.
'Yan uwa da makwabta suna haɗuwa domin rabon abinci mai daɗi. Mun yi amfani da dunkulen onga mai armashi don yin miyan kuka, ɗan wake, wake da shinkafa, miyan taushe da kowane irin abinci. Ba abinci kawai muke rabawa ba, har da nuna ƙauna ga masu ƙaramin ƙarfi.
Mu mori albarkar wannan wata mai alfarma tare da dunkulen onga mai armashi. Ramadan Kareem daga onga.
Ramadan lokaci ne na ibada, ciyarwa, sadaka da kyautatawa juna.
Mu ƙaunaci juna a wannan lokaci na ibada ta hanyar yin amfani da Sedap Supreme Noodles wanda aka yi ta da ingantaccen sinadarin girki mai ɗanɗanon kaza, ga daɗin ɗanɗano da sauƙin sarrafawa don amfanin iyali, 'yan uwa da abokan arziki.
Mu kyautata wa juna a wannan lokaci na Ramadan ta rarrabawa da amfani da Sedap Supreme Noodles. Ramadan Kareem.
Yellow Joss. MTN Champ Season 4 is here at the Rock City. Come with friends and family to see the next superstar emerge from the various athletic events like racing, high jump, shot put, and more.
It's all kicking off at the new Jos International Stadium from the 26th to 28th of March 2026.
Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
Labaran Ramadan kashi na 2. A watan nan na Ramadan zuciya ke tsarkaka. Shin 'yan uwa mata masu adawa za su haƙura? Shin 'yar da ta kauce hanya za ta samu yafiya? Shin imanin amarya na iya ceton mijinta? Ɗan kasuwa zai dawo da mu'amala da iyalinsa? Mai faɗakarwa zai zaɓi tsakanin abokansa da ɗaukaka? Bazawara za ta san ƙarfin halima na buƙatar taimako.
Labarai 6 kwanaki 30 imani, iyali, abuta, abinci, yafiya. Labaran Ramadan kashi na biyu. Ku kasance da shirinmu mai nishadantarwa a TV ko ta yanar gizo. A watan nan na Ramadan, Magi za ta nishadantar da ku. Ni da Magi mun dace.
Sunana Jacquelyne. Ni uwa ce, ma'aikaciyar banki ce kuma masaniyar tattalin arziki. Kowane yaro yana buƙatar abubuwa na yau da kullum kamar su abinci, tufafi, kiwon lafiya da makaranta. Amma idan aka haifi yara ba tare da tazara ba kusa da juna, abin kan wahalar da iyaye. Misali, idan ka haifi yara dab da juna, zai zamanto kana ƙoƙarin sayawa wannan kayan makaranta, ga biya wancan kuɗin maganin asibiti, sannan kuma lokacin biyan kuɗin makarantar su duka yana iya zuwa lokaci guda. Amma idan kai tazara tsakanin haihuwa, kana iya tsara kashe kuɗi a hankali da taimakon Ubangiji. Hakan zai baka damar tanadi da kula da kowane yaro yadda ya kamata. Yana sauƙaƙa rayuwa kuma yana amfanar da iyali gaba ɗaya.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa. Ko a kira lambar waya 222 wannan saƙo ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar ƙungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Ready to run your money better? Download Bill Station now. iOS or Android Play Store, just search Bill Station or go straight online at billstation.com. Bill Station, no stress, just control.
A wannan wata ne albarka na Ramadan muna farawa da imani da zuciyar kyauta.
'Yan uwa da makwabta suna haɗuwa domin rabon abinci mai daɗi. Mun yi amfani da dunkulen onga mai armashi don yin miyan kuka, ɗan wake, wake da shinkafa, miyan taushe da kowane irin abinci. Ba abinci kawai muke rabawa ba, har da nuna ƙauna ga masu ƙaramin ƙarfi.
Mu mori albarkar wannan wata mai alfarma tare da dunkulen onga mai armashi. Ramadan Kareem daga onga.
A wannan Ramadan, madarar Kibo na taya iyalai a duk faɗin Najeriya gabatar da addu'o'i, tsantseni da haɗin kai.
Da lokacin buɗe baki zuwa sahur, ƙara wa kofin shayin ka da kofi, custard da kokon ka armashi tare da madarar Kibo.
A lokacin da masoya suka haɗu domin yin buɗe baki, a tabbata an yi amfani da Kibo non-dairy creamer domin ƙara armashin buɗe baki.
Da fatan Allah ya karɓa mana azumi da ibadunmu.
Kibo non-dairy creamer, bari wannan Ramadan ya kasance mai armashi.
Duk abin da kuke yi muna ganin ƙoƙarinku cikin iyali kuna nuna so muna jin daɗin hakan. Power oil muna nan da ku mun tsaftace dukkanin ɗigo akan 200 naira mu haɗu mu yaɗa soyayya. A duk sanda ka yarda da mu a gurin yi muna ganin ku shi ne sa muka yi na 200 sashe sai da ku. Kuna dalilin wannan tsari mai sauki ku more wannan sachet akan 200 naira. Za ku samu Power Oil Mini Pack Sachet akan 200 naira.
Power Oil, Power Oil.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! OneXBet. It's time for bonuses and wins. Download the OneXBet app from Google Play or the App Store and start winning today. At the heart of the game, OneXBet. Bet responsibly. 18 plus.
Mama, sai kin gan yadda na wanke ban ɗakin nan yawon ku sosai fa.
Tabbas zai iya wankuwa sosai a ido, amma idan ba da hypo toilet cleaner kika yi amfani ba wajen kariya, to ban ɗaki cike yake da ƙwayoyin cuta baja-baja.
Haka ne, gara ku yarje wa ƙwayoyin cuta, ku kare ban ɗakin ku kullum da hypo toilet cleaner.
24 hours round the clock. We gonna drop her inside Yanya. As in the hot. Invicta 98.9 FM.
Welcome back from that commercial timeout. Still with Mrs. OLANIKE OLUGBOJI-DARAMOLA, the founding director of WISE, Women Initiative for Sustainable Environment. And we're commemorating Women's Day right here, talking about the issues as they plague us in Nigeria, talking about the women folk. And before we went on that break, I'd just like to ask this question quickly before we open up the phone line so that people can really interact with you. And that is, what is it that makes it difficult for women who are privileged to find themselves in leadership positions to actually mentor, to recreate, to replicate, to put photocopies of themselves in places of authority like they have found themselves, luckily? What is it, in your opinion, that has kept women from doing this?
I think maybe I had hit on that point somehow when I was speaking about the issue of competition. You know, I think women have this mindset or see a fellow woman as a competitor. I don't actually know why and where that is coming from. And one of the things, I'm a certified agency empowerment coach, and I believe in solution-oriented growth, which means your growth, you take responsibility for your growth. You don't externalize your growth. And if we get to that point where every one of us as women begin to internalize our growth, knowing that we're in competition with ourselves, with our own self, not another woman,
right.
not a man. I think that world is that weight of fear that if I support this woman, she will become better than me. What if she becomes better than you? I have mentors people that I've mentored who, for example, I don't have up to 15 staff, but I have a young guy that I've mentored who has over 15 staff in his organization. I'm proud of him. I have a former staff who rose from being a program officer to becoming a program manager. When she needed to get married, I supported her, to keep working from Lagos until she finds something doing. And she got a job with a multinational. Within a very short time, she became the chief sustainability manager. And she was sent to Lagos Business School. I'm proud of her. I've not gone to Lagos Business School. So why should I be angry that she has gone to Lagos Business School? Whatever her story is, she can't.
It's her story.
Erase
she can't erase
so
you.
I think women should know that when you mentor others, when you pave the way for others, even if you are not acknowledged, the story still remains that you paved the way. You inspired another woman, to move forward. So I think if we begin to internalize our growth and not externalize it and, be in competition with other women. I saw something someone posted on the WhatsApp status. And, it was like an experiment on a campus. Two guys, walking past each other. The first day, they looked at themselves, nodded. The second day, by the next time, they were already, giving themselves high five.
Right.
The next time, they were already hugging. But the females were
just passing themselves.
It took a long time before they could even
wave.
I think women.
So is it from the home? Is it from our upbringing? This thing that we have. I want to balk at using the word, but the truth is, it goes beyond envy. I think it's animosity towards each other. Yes, where a fellow woman for no reason. The other day I was just watching this woman who was caught at a Coldplay event, one of their musical events. They caught her on the Jumbotron with her boss, and she was saying to Oprah, who was the interviewer, she said, through this experience, one of the things that have shocked her the most is the kind of hate that she got from fellow women who should have been more understanding, so to speak, because it was out there that she had been going through a separation. Now, that is just on the side, but honestly, when you look at the way things are right now in the country, you look at our leadership platforms, you look at our political platforms, the few women who find themselves privileged to be on those platforms, many of them, most of them, are not using it to better the lot of women in Nigeria. And so the question arises that where is this thing starting from? Is it that we're born with it, or is it from the home? Are other women raising women to see women as their competitors, their enemies, people to not want to help? I don't understand it, because there's an African adage that says the day you acknowledge that yes, I agree that I have a problem, that's the day you're one step on the road to recovery. So I think it when we're looking inwards, it helps to ask, where is it starting from? Is it from the home? So that women who are listening to us in their homes right now and who have female children will understand what they do in some instances, because many of these things are so rooted in us that we do not know when we do them. So yes, quickly, I'd like to hear people's thoughts. I see people already calling us, but I'd like to call out the numbers. It's just a question that I've thrown out there. Maybe our guest will tell us her thoughts in her closing submission. But the numbers to call are 081 40,000 989 and 070 87 800 989. Please make your comments short so that we can take as many thoughts as possible. All right, please move away from that. It's quite noisy there. Good evening. Your dog is not allowing us here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but the noise from the dog is... No, I need to let you go. I'm sorry. I could hear you, but the dog, you need to move away, please. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. My name is Chief Arel.
Chief, you're welcome. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I heard about you educate a woman, you educate a family. But unfortunately, and most of the time, let me quickly some time ago, when and it did but when it came, it was worse. The bottom line here was that the men never wanted a tape, and that was why they removed a tape. The same thing happened in Lagos. Actually, when he was the deputy of Bally Tinubu, he was removed. But women do play a very significant role. Right? We have the Director General of Insurance Association, Bala Odukale. Odukale is doing very well. We had one in Zaria, Tabo International School. They are equally doing well. The early the women support their own, the better. In my own opinion, I want to believe that it's part of the arrogancy of some women. They don't want other women to come closer to them, and there is an element of jealousy. That is exactly what is happening. The earlier they close ranks, the better. God bless our country, Nigeria.
And thank you so much, Chief. The earlier we get our acts together, the better for us. Still taking your calls this evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Jacquelyne.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Yes, I am Mommy Abu.
Oh, it's great to have you, ma'am, on the program. Go ahead, ma'am.
I want to welcome your guest to the studio.
Yes.
I want to has spoken very well, and the topic of ground is about this the woman, empowering the woman. agriculture, political, and whatever.
Yes.
We have had this issue long. Women are the problem themselves.
Why? Why is it like that?
Why is because I have been a practical woman on the ground. I speak out of experience because I have contested many times, and I knew the results and what I saw. I was actually disappointed. And so I want to say that we just have to find another way, because right from the time I contested around year 2000, we had a lot of women and NGOs that came up. They wanted to support the women. In fact, they picked certain women to sponsor. But it will surprise you to know that the women themselves are the problem. Some of the women you have seen, some of the women, I will not say all, some of the women are the problem. And until we are able to identify this, we will not get it. Because, they will have what is called, just bring her down. That pull-down syndrome.
But why? Why do we have it? Why is it unique to women?
I don't know. That is why I'm still asking this question. The fact that I experienced it many times, twice that I contested for the seat in Kaduna North, I know what I saw, practical. The men will not, because the men use the woman to pull down the woman. And so until we get to another table, maybe through you and through our CEO, that is the OLANIKE,
yes,
we need to sit down again. We have had this meeting several times, and nothing is happening. When I contested, I refused to be sponsored. I refused a free ticket. And at that time, I bought my own form with my retirement money at 100,000.
100,000. What were you contesting for, ma'am?
Yes, I refused, and I said I don't want free. I want to contest with the men. It is the woman that the men use to come and pull down.
What were you contesting for? What?
They see a poster of a woman, they will say, this one, she will not get anywhere. The men will now look for the woman to pull it down. So I want to appreciate her for being in the studio. She has spoken very well. And I want to encourage you, now that you are there, the voice for the voiceless with her. Let's add it up and think of another way, a new way. How do we need to come out with another new way? Many people like Jacquelyne Anine, who was the former national women leader of PDP, did their best. So many workshops, so many trainings, so many things they will tell you. You don't get it on a platter of gold. Just like Tinubu said. He said if you have the opportunity, grab it, hold it tight, and run with it. But when are we going to get it? When are we going to get this?
Indeed.
The men will not allow you. They stay secretly. The contracts are given to the men. Nobody will give the woman. They only come, they want to carry you outside. They want to go with you, and from there they will say, for you, the men will come out. Don't even look at this woman. She's not a serious woman. We have finished with her. That's just what they will say. And at the end of it, my own fellow women will believe the men. That's just the pull-down syndrome.
Okay.
So I want to thank you there.
All right.
Let's think of another way.
Indeed.
We're here to work with you people. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Mrs. Abok. It was great. This is the first time she's really calling me on my program. So I guess the thing is really, really serious. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Jacquelyne. How are you?
You're welcome. Please go ahead. Could you speak up, please?
I'm from Sabukesh.
You're welcome, sir. But your line is not too clear. So please, if you could amplify your voice, I would appreciate.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's a little bit better. Go ahead, please.
Okay. You see, the enemy of a woman is a woman. take it or leave it. And that is why politically the Nigerian women are not getting it right. And when you look back, the days of Hajia Gambo Sawaba, Lenda Dogoyaro of blessed memory, these are women that were women activists, and nobody is willing to take after them. Even your resource person cited the example of Sarah Jibril. When it was a delegate election or general election, we expected women to rally around Sarah Jibril. And up to now, women are not willing to take their proper place in the political scene of this country. And no wonder they are crying for a place in governance. Well, I pray that women will learn to respect each other, give solidarity to the agenda. 10 women, if you pick 10 women, you have a man and a woman vying for a position. Those 10 women, the chances are only 2 may vote for the woman, but the 8 may decide to vote for the man. As long as women refuse to look at themselves as one, politically, they will continue not to remain the same. I pray that Nigerian women will get it right. Good evening. Thank you.
And good evening to you too. Still taking calls this evening. I see the calls are coming really close together. Hello, good evening. Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, spoken very well. Emmanuel is calling from Kumashi.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Women just have to come together. When you look at the society today, you see that women are even, for me, if you even look at it very well, both the young and old, women are more populated than even men. But you see, there's one problem they have. Because why you see men keep on surviving in a political landscape is not because they just want to be there. But the truth is that, you see, women don't keep brushes too much in their heart. I remember, you see, sometimes when they meet in their committee as well, there's no time that you can, when they meet, sometimes when they are talking, you see some will get angry, and as soon as sometimes they get angry, they will keep it in their house and in their heart. You see that there are some who will not even come again, and those are the things that are, you see, separating women from coming together to like getting a position in Nigeria, not because men are more powerful than them. So I will call on all the women to come together, support them, themselves. They should create all these programs and awareness to educate many women, especially the young ones, to join them. Because you see, nobody know who will even come out from this problem according to my namesake. So we should always give chance to the women too. And sometimes women should always see us. You cannot be supporting men. We have been supporting all these men for Nigeria since 1999, for instance, that we received our democracy. Up to now, nothing changed. And you see, they will give them appointment. Inside senatorial seat, you see women have few. Inside governors, they will see women have few. Inside all the positions, women are very, very few, which is just unacceptable. So all these genders, must be gender balance so that the society will be okay.
Okay.
Good evening.
And good evening to you too. Thank you so much, sir. Taking our last call today. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Jacquelyne and the guest.
You're welcome, sir. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. I didn't catch. Shemang. All right, you're welcome, Shemang. Go ahead.
Okay, true. You went to what happened during the era of Sarah Jibril was a real disappointment to the women. The women are not working together. To my opinion, women are too dangerous themselves. Every woman wants to be there. She don't want to support other women. And that's the reason why women cannot even make it to the highest authority. They are not working together. They are not cohesive. They are obsessive always. So except women see themselves as one, I'm telling you, they cannot break the strength of the men. Women are more in cooperation, as somebody mentioned, but they are not together. Women are the strong force of politics. If you go to a polling unit, you'll find out that women are more in number than men.
Men doesn't even have the zeal of going out to vote. Women will go out to vote, but they will not vote their counter women to vote in power. So they are always against themselves. I think that you women articulate themselves so that we get right in this country. Good morning.
And thank you so much, sir. Indeed, that women will articulate and come together and make sense of because it's, if we don't do anything about it, it's about to get even worse. Talking about representation, if we don't get our acts together, because it's actually on a steady decline. That's what we're seeing happen in Nigeria, both at federal and at state level, and even at local level. Talking about our local government, because before this program, I tried my best to find out numbers of women who were even in leadership positions at local government level, and the data is not just there. I couldn't really find anything, and it was just a summary, like maybe less than 40% in a country that has over 990 something seats all over the country. So I come back to you, and I'm asking for wisdom here, because there's something you're doing right. I don't know what it is, but there's something you're doing right at WISE. Maybe it's wisdom that you're using, like the acronym of your initiative, but there's something you're doing right in the sense that women are actually coming together to say, we will support ourselves. I will give you information that you need to thrive and survive with you and yours, your families, and we will get through this together. I don't know what model you're using, but certainly in your last submissions, please give us something, because like I was telling Ango off air, I said I was at a mentoring forum where most of the complaints from women were the women that they ever supported. When those women got there, they forgot about women.
Or they shut the door.
They shut the door. And so it is worrying. Is it that we have been unable to speak the language? Have we been unable to carry people along? But you're doing it at WISE. I have myself have been a witness to what you're doing in WISE. Women are willing to follow you into the trenches. And that's saying something for women to want to use their money to follow you into the trenches to actualize a dream. So what is it that you've done? Is it that you've been able to get people to buy into your dream, for them to see it as theirs? What is it? I personally would like to know in your closing submissions this evening.
Okay, before I share a closing statement or sentence, before I share a closing sentence or statement, let me say that I will say struggle for 11 years, building on my own without any funding from anywhere outside what I'm able to generate myself, or what family members, friends who believe in what I was doing gave me. So each time I saw any other woman running an organization, trying to build a business, it reminds me of where I'm coming from, and I don't want her to go through that. So I would put it that one of the things I think maybe has also affected women is that thing I would call being insecure. We must move from there to know that we are not competitors, we're not rivals. I think when we begin to see ourselves more sisters, partners in progress, and stop feeling insecure that if I lift this woman up, it's not going to make you any less. I think if you lift anybody up, you are more. It even makes you more. Because whatever progress that person has made adds up to your progress. Even if you still have 10,000 and that person now has 100,000, I think we should be able to see that we now have 110,000.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much. How can we thank you? It was great speaking with you. We hope to be a part of your journey still, seeing, great things that you're going to be doing with women. And just in 30 seconds, do you think it is possible to rally your women to demand to have political demands? When I say political demands from political figures, as regards the environment, as regards things that affect them, is it a possibility? Is it something that you can see and say, look, if you want us to vote for you, this has to be a part of our agreement? Is it something that you see that could happen?
Yes, it's possible, because I've heard, people ask me, has any politician approached you and all that. I'm not asking anyone to approach me though, but honestly speaking, it's something that we will do because it's part of our advocacy efforts to ensure that whatever demands women have, for example, in partnership with Association for Women's Rights in Development, last year December we had what we called Missing Voices, COP Missing Voices. That's it was COP 30 Missing Voices, because so many women cannot go to the Conference of Parties, which of course held in Brazil. How many women can afford to go there? So we organized our own table, and then we asked the women, if you were to be at COP, what would you say? And we were able to put that out through media, and we're also exploring other platforms for partnerships. We're open to that, and we organized an over 2,000 women rally that I mentioned in 2023, demanding climate justice for women. So it's something we will think about in the light of political participation for women. We will do it. Thank you.
All right, Mrs. Olanike OLUGBOJI-DARAMOLA, Founding Director of Women Initiative for Sustainable Environment. Thank you so much for giving us of your time this evening. Ango, Bally.
Yes, this parting word, women should be intentional. They should take this concept of this African proverb, Ubuntu, I am because you are. Wherever they are, be it business, be it politics, be it governance, they should be intentional in reproducing their type, in mentoring. That is a hallmark of leadership. You'll be able to produce somebody so that when you are not there, the person should be there and reproduce others. They should be intentional.
Well,
I'm saying those in position of leadership, be it governor, deputy governor, for example, for 8 years, who has the deputy governor, a woman, has been able to reproduce, let's say 2, as House of Assembly members, either House of Reps or others. Let them be intentional like that. That is mine.
And that's Ango for you, talking about what we can do. The time is up, but I'll tell you that as a female head of a department, I'm very proud to say there are many females who have passed through my hands, and they're doing so well, both within and outside this country. I'm sure many of you remember Joy Uyo Adejo, you remember, and of course right here we have Chinwe Odingwe. I'm very, very proud of her.
Yes.
And there are quite a number of them. Dashan Usman, who is now with some other
New
media
Central,
house,
New
New
Central
Central. There are quite a number of them, and we're really proud of them. I'm glad to say that I reproduce myself.
And Jackie, I must say this on air. You are one person who likes to mentor, to reproduce.
I do love it.
You give people the leverage.
Because I do believe that it comes back. It does come back.
Yes.
And so if you're female, even if you are not, you don't think you are high up there, look around you. It might be in your compound. It might be in your home, your daughter. Please, let us start to raise females who are very
here because you've been able to give me opportunity.
Of you.
Yes.
Thank you so
me.
Because I do see
and I'm
potential.
Happy.
Thank you, Ango.
And there's no anywhere that I'll be and I cannot remember you.
Oh, good heavens. I want you to that.
Wow.
Until next week. We do appreciate your listenership. Keep listening to us. Many thanks once again to Mrs. OLUGBOJI-DARAMOLA.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Ango.
Ango.
A he for she.
A he for she. Indeed.
It's a pleasure having you today.
Victorious evening and Barka da Salah to all our Muslim Ummah who listen to Invicta. Stay with us.
Bye-bye.
Twenty-four hours round the clock. We gonna drop her inside, yeah. As it hot. Invicta 98.9 FM. 24 hours round the clock. We go the dropper inside Yambia. As in the hot. Invicta 98.9 FM. 24 hours round the clock. We go the dropper inside Yambia. As in the hot. Invicta 98.9 FM.
Omo bills dey choke. No wahala. With bill station, you pay sharp. Light, data, transfer, one app, no stress, fast, secure, anytime. Bill station, where your money dey work.
Waye ya fi iya wanke hannu kafin cin abinci?
Ni ne.
Magani? Lalle kun iya wanke hannu. To yanzu a je a ci abinci. Amma da me ake farawa?
Da baba.
Madalla. Idan an gama sai mu yi na wanke hannu bayan cin abinci.
To baba.
Wai yaushe za a daina wannan gasar ne? Ko dan yaran nan su bi ne kawai?
Ai, koya musu tsafta ne. Gobe za mu yi na gwanin wanke kayan makaranta.
Alhamdulillahi kuwa suna fahimta.
Da tazarar haihuwa akwai isasshen lokacin yin kyakkyawar tarbiyya ga 'ya'ya. Kowa na iya bin tsarin tazarar haihuwa domin lafiya da bunƙasar iyali.
Ziyarci cibiyar lafiya mafi kusa domin farawa ko a kira lambar waya 222 wannan sako ne daga ma'aikatar lafiya tare da tallafin gamayyar ƙungiyoyin Pronet da FEM.
Kyautuwar iyali uba 'ya'ya da ma'uwa.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo.
Labaran Ramadan kashi na biyu. A watan nan na Ramadan zuciya ke tsarkaka. Shin 'yan uwa mata masu adawa za su haƙura? Shin 'yar da ta kauce hanya za ta samu yafiya? Shin imanin amarya na iya ceton mijinta? Ɗan kasuwa zai dawo da mu'amala da iyalinsa? Mai faɗakarwa zai zaɓi tsakanin abokansa da ɗaukaka? Bazawara za ta san ƙarfin Halima na buƙatar taimako.
Labarai 6 kwanaki 30 imani, iyali, abuta, abinci, yafiya. Labaran Ramadan kashi na biyu. Ku kasance da shirinmu mai nishadantarwa a TV ko ta yanar gizo. A watan nan na Ramadan Magi za ta nishadantar da ku. Ni da Magi mun dace.
24 hours round the clock. We go the dropper inside Yambia. As in the hot. Invicta 98.9 FM.
My guy
just this smile at me. I've been trying to check on my brother, but I got to leave him cause leave have been fail me. I don't want make it home, make it home, make it home. I know what in their mind, yo. Keep it there with a guy, yo. Even if I'm trying, my mind they cut because my liver they fail me. If you love somebody, walk up to her and tell her me love her, me. It does not crime, no crime at all. If you love somebody, walk up to her and tell her me love her, me. It does not crime, no crime at all. If it they act like say she tough or she they carry face up, that's one a shakara. She just a tanga. Maybe her boyfriend they beat her, abuse her, they mess her up. All she need a man, he would love her the way she wants. She won't know your mind because today I'm mine. To love is not a crime. Tell it to every man. If you love somebody, walk up to her and tell her me love her, me. It does no crime, no crime at all. If you love somebody, walk up to her and tell her me love her, me. It does no crime, no crime at all.
Okay, Invicta 98.9 FM. Still here on top the belt, who they call Gada Gigiriga. And you just had the spot on top the station here with the Jacquelyne, Adebija plus Ango, Bally, and the guests today. And I believe we say them do justice to the matter with them bring a come. But moving on, here top of the program, the belt rather Gada Gigiriga. And the music where they down now, where they drop African China, featuring Phase alone. If you love somebody, daddy somebody. But for this side of the world, the woman not supposed to tell man. Nah, man supposed to tell woman. But if you see like say things don't they go, you understand me? You do the needful. Invicta 98.9 FM. Now moving on for here because I go still the drop a major jam. TBT give you because now where we did now make I go the other side now. This now the music of Mafik Zolo and the feature Uhuru. Song title Kona.
Oli tate, iali funa.
I did tell you back then in 2013, this song was a hit. In fact, tonight still a hit it in based on, you understand me? 2013, the music of Mafi Kizulu Kona. Now, Kona, for this song, you know, it means there at that place. Now waiting all over there. Anyhow, you look, I'm not just there. For the place, and this Kona, the song, a love song actually. You know, Erang Ahadu Agwara. You understand me? The meaning of Kona, Nadia, you fit to say at that place or over there. You understand me? So, now love song, this song actually be, it just means, okay, Ahadu Agwara. Aganko, don't zaman chanzata zauna da kyau. Okay, lovely song. Here on a Thursday evening, TBT Throwback Thursday on top of Invicta 98.9 of them. I say I'm going to drop you major jumps, not just worry yourself. Okay, now make I move you to the other side. You remember this song? This song of Terry G, Free Madness. That year, I did tell you, we dropped this song like say, you understand me? When Terry G, this song go drop, now that's the point they can't say true. Be as if this guy, the guest coins going for head. Okay, the music of Terry G, Free Madness.
Test the microphone, Terry G, test the microphone, I start to go, the way you went up and went to the look me, the kiss the girl. Look with the walk to the oh, yeah, whiny. Oh, yeah, whiny. Oh, yeah, make me the walangolo. Oh, my God, the sangolo. Sumoni, the sangolo. Oh, Lord. Do it, she went up, I was. Make Terry G to the kiss. Make me to embrace, I wish to the start to the grab and they want to misbehave. Hey, I go grief. I'm gonna be first because I got the grief. Hey, illegal I'm gonna make my bread to the one to the skin for the look. Hey, me I be man, I'm spicy. Me I don't stop on the foot back over. Me I do even a hard, even a Kuluba, even a style I will drop them. I will make them to the high, make them to the one to the fly side high. But still, me I they drop my rhymes, I they make them to the one and go. People will get in this beat, I'm a them there for outside. Me and they drop me freestyle to test my microphone. Test the microphone.
I'm on that here, this is Jam Major. I did tell you. If you understand the Jam Major. You know now from there. Terry G come talk, say if you try Terry G, say you can only run mad. If you want to run like a Terry G, because you see from this point, the guy just go. The guy dance here, which okay. The music of Terry G, Free Madness. I can steal on a Thursday evening for top of Invicta 98.9 FM. We did top of Gada Gigiriga. You understand me? So I just did do what I need to do. Beautiful evening. And tomorrow na Salah, you know, Salah Congo lands on a Kaute Pepper Soup Friday. Oh my goodness. Do you understand me? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Now Salah go fall on top of Kaute Pepper Soup Friday. And I be say everywhere go. You know, everywhere go just okay. And moving on, right here on top of Gada Gigiriga with your brother from a different mother. Now moving on, and make I bring this other song. I'm very sure that you're gonna love this. Now this song, you know, a lot of people they use this song for weddings. You know, after a couple use this song for one of their dance. So a lot of people come, they use the song. You know, when you have a man, the man, you know, can't understand the head of the man again, meaning the man can't do anyhow. The man, they everywhere. And now those kind of men that they call bye-bye. Oh, good. Just to pray as a woman that you don't have a man that is a bye-bye. Oh, good. This kind of people, not the...
Yeah, me holiday. It's a species, baby. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Walk him kedi feneme. Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Yeah. Where is my Johnny? Johnny Mo. Do you know Johnny? Question. If I know see my Johnny, looking for my Johnny. I'm looking for my honey. You're telling me this, you're telling me that. I say this is not for me. Johnny do me conny. Johnny do me conny. He's doing me this, he's doing me that. But I know what's him on me. He go Canada, he go Tokyo. Yesterday he say he de Morocco. He dance the sicko, he sing a willow. Na lie, na Pinocchio. This one na go be. Original go be. Johnny leave me follow Cynthia, and I don't know what to do. And he talk say I no do like the way Cynthia they do. Johnny give Uche belle. He talk say he want marry nene. Walk him kedi feneme. Johnny Mo, I'm looking for my Johnny. Ayakata, where is my Johnny? Johnny Mo, do you know Johnny? Question. If I know see my Johnny,